Before I earn the title of tea doctor, I will be a student in many different fields. It's easier to bend the body than the will. But with a pot full of scalding hot tea, my body may not be so eager to bend.
Ow!
I'm in Hangzhou, China, learning the ancient art of Kungfu tea so I can perform the ceremony in the world-famous Taiji tea house, where they have a saying, real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Wow, on top of everything, I think I bent the teapot. No. It's day 2 of my training, and Mr. Chang is not wasting any time. He's moving straight on to the more complicated moves.
Ah, very beautiful.
No. You stop water.
What Mr. Chung's trying to tell me is that I'm not supposed to spill any water out of the cup. Easier said than done, I might add.
No water out.
I don't quite have the hang of it, but with only 4 more days to train, Mr. Chang has no choice but to keep moving forward.
Ah, then, okay. No?
No move. This hand, no move. Right hand move.
Ah.
No.
I didn't even realize I was moving it.
Your left hand, no move.
One thing I'm beginning to understand about this is that it's all about the geometry of your body and the line. It's one thing to do it and get the water in the teacup. It's another thing completely to do it as a graceful maneuver.
I teach you another.
After being humiliated all day, I limp out of the tea house. And I'm meeting up with Kathy to do something I know I'm good at. I think I need a break from pouring green tea, and I'd love to go on a little tour, try and taste some food that's made with it. Nice, crunchy, fresh, get a little bit of that tea. Hey, check it out, beef with Longjing tea. Oh, beautiful, very tender, nicely seared. Oh, hey, look, looks kind of like a green tea cake. Ah, those look beautiful. Oh, wow. Nice and crispy on the sides. Looks like it's some kind of black bean paste in the middle. I think this is the best thing I've eaten since I've arrived in China. I've decided to take the morning off, and I'm heading to the countryside. This is green tea territory, and I want to steep myself in it. You know, I've been drinking tea all my life. Had absolutely no idea where tea came from. Apparently, I picked the wrong leaf. And apparently, that's hilarious. So what am I supposed to pick? Oh, just that tiny little delicate top. On to the next step in the process. Tea roasting. Wow, look at that. So this is essentially like a wok. That's the way it's doing that. With bare hands, the tea is pushed against the hot surface and constantly moved to gently roast the leaves without burning them. The teas are then removed and roasted a second time. It's a process that gives Longjing tea its unique flavor. When he put those leaves in originally, it smelled kind of like cut grass, and now I'm getting the pure aroma of green tea. With the tea roasted, it's ready for the pot. So I head back to the city to meet Paul Lau, a tea dealer in Hangzhou. Paul teaches me the secrets of how to brew the perfect cup of Longjing tea. First of all, he's starting with water that's 80 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees, which will be boiling, kills all of the nutrients and also the subtleties of green tea. So you want to make sure that the water drops down in temperature. And here, he's washing out the leaves because they've been harvested by hand, they've been roasted by hand, and so that just washes off any impurities. Now, he's doing the second infusion, and he's leaving this for about 3 or 4 minutes, which is going to allow the leaves to really infuse the water. It doesn't get really intense. It's more about the aromatics. This should be great. Paul set up a tasting with 6 different teas. 3 of them are Chinese, and 3 of them are Japanese. Well, the Longjing is quite sweet and richer, rounder flavor. Now the oolong, you have a bit of an essence of like a toasted rice. Now the Chinese black tea. I would say that that's really a more delicate version of conventional English breakfast tea, really. Japanese green tea. I would describe this as a greener version of the Longjing tea. Definitely in the same world. On to the matcha. It's like a hot version of green tea ice cream. And lastly, the roasted twig tea. It's almost coffee-like. Well, this is pretty amazing. I mean, all 6 of these teas come from basically the same tea bush, but you end up with 6 completely different flavors. And I would have to say the Longjing tea is my favorite. If I'm going to impress Mr. Chang and the tea house locals, I need to polish my performance.
So, Mr. Chang, I think I have 4 moves, and I'd like you to show me how to integrate them into a routine. So let's face it, if I can't master the really complicated moves, then at least I need to make what I'm doing look really smooth.
对呀，哎，他要的就是这个。
So, around, nope.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, around, catch. Round like that, like that.
Yeah.
If I can master a few of these little tricks, then at least it'll give some fluidity to the routine. And that's what makes these guys look so beautiful, is that it's just so fluid. And they go from one move to the next move. I'm sort of going move, stop, think about this, move, stop, think about it. To make this really sing, it's about the pose, it's about the grace, it's about creating a routine. And if I really want to impress these people, I've got to nail all those things at the same time. Right now, I don't even feel like I'm close.